The Minotaur Reinhardt Greek mythology skin is finally here. So let's talk about this and decide if the skin is worth it or not. So right now in the shop, there's a Minotaur Reinhardt bundle that contains the Minotaur skin, plus this Minotaur spray for 1900. And what's actually interesting about this, the bundle is totally worth it, by the way, if you're gonna get the skin, because the skin itself, since it is a legendary, would already go for 1900, and this way you get the skin plus a spray practically for free. So if you know anything about Greek mythology, this skin is basically the Minotaur. He was in a maze. Really cool. So looking straight at the face, he has the face of that half man, half bull thing. He has some cool little white horns with black tips on the top. He has this cool little gemstone in his face. This skin totally transforms Reinhardt because he doesn't have any form of his natural like face on here at all. It is literally just this bull. And the bull has this black like skin on it, kind of like it kind of looks like marble, almost like black marble, because you can see these like indents in the skin itself. So it isn't skin slash like leather or whatever an animal has on it, but it is like marble. It's black marble, and he has these cool lava pitted eyes. He has a cool little ring in his nose. I mean, look at that. I mean, the bull is just right there front and center. He also has these cool little patterns. Like if we take a look at the chest, you can see these like maze patterns all over the skin. I mean, you can see it right here on the chest. You can see it right here on the shoulder pad, the knee pads, on the back. It's just everywhere, and that is because he was actually in the center of like a maze, and dude, this is just so cool. I love this. I love the gold just gold details all over the skin. We have the cool little bull logo right here on the face as well. Man, this is cool. Again, I want to point out these cool little maze details all over everything. He has this cool piece of armor up here at the top with this Greek like pattern right here, so you can see it on the ankles right here. It's kind of just like these little lines, and you actually can see this on most of the other Greek skins we've gotten from the battle pass and now in the new item shop. They're all over these skins. We have a cool little maze right here with a cog going around it. These shoulder pads are really cool. They are enormous. I mean, they literally remind me of like a Greek soldier or like a Roman soldier. Those cool little like pieces they have all over their bodies. I mean, just look at that. Look at those little details all over that. And I love the gold and bronze. Fantastic. So let's take a look at these arms. Again, I want to point out that this is kind of like black marble because it doesn't look like it is like skin or anything like that. So you can see these little etches right here on the arms. It looks like they're both mirrored exactly, so they're not asymmetrical. Both the arms are symmetrical, and the legs are symmetrical as well. So that is interesting. I wish they kind of wouldn't have done that. But anyways, on the back, we have some elbow pads with that little maze pattern on there as well. And his right arm right here, we have these cool little leather wraps on the hand itself. Give a nice big buff, kind of cool feature to it. He has this little gauntlet on his arm right here as well. It's just black stone with the gold lining around it as well. On the other arm is exactly the same, except the wrap does have something on top of it. This is where the shield actually comes out, and so this has that cool little Greek detail on the outside of it with the maze circles right there on the also outside of that thing. But what's really interesting about this is that they didn't put like a bull on this part where the shield comes out. Normally they would kind of do at least a little something with it. They kind of changed it up depending on the skin, but this kind of just looks like the normal Reinhardt face that you would see, which I guess is kind of cool because this kind of symbolizes the half man and half bull part of the skin is the Reinhardt face on here. So that is really cool. We have those little lava pitted eyes to kind of give the two, I guess, leeway into being one being. So that is really awesome. Going on down from the chest, we have this nice little rope belt, and it wraps all the way around the back, and it just goes straight down the middle. It actually kind of jiggles as well. We have these cool little leather flaps as well on the like loincloth area, and underneath he just has like some leather all over the skin itself. Some really tattered and torn. It doesn't even look like pants. It's kind of just like a cloth that goes around the black marble, so that is really interesting. On the back, we do have a little piece of fire going out of it. It kind of looks like coming out of a clay pot almost, so that is really interesting. We have some more little oriental details up here, and on the way to the bottom we have these kneecaps that have the exact same pattern as we do on the backs of his kneecaps back here, except we just have a little bit more of that maze right there, some more of those little Greek details down there. And now what's really interesting is his feet. They are hooves like a bull, so he doesn't have like normal feet, which is so cool. He does the leather wrapped sandals. So that is the skin. Let's take a look at this rocket hammer, and look at that. This really reminds me of like a dwarven hammer that would have been able to like craft all of this stuff. I mean, look at this. It's cracked. It has the lava spilling out of it. There's, again, that Greek detailing going on the sides. The maze right here in red hot metal. Lava underneath it. The fire coming out at the top. I mean, just look at this thing. Going down, the shaft is also beaten up and really rocky to give it a little bit of those details. That's beautiful. The bottom also has that bronze and gold features as well. And we have some chains on both sides of it. Actually up here at the top where the little lava is up here, and it also jiggles. So that is really fantastic. And now with the skin equipped, let's go through some emotes. We have Kneel, Warrior Salute, Marshmallows, Sweetheart, Flex, Taunt, Uproarious, Pumpkin Smash, and Zombie Walk. Up next, we have the victory poses. We have Confident, Flex, Legendary, Pumpkin, RIP, Toast, Kneel, and Metal. And lastly, for the highlight intros, we have Charge, Hammer Down, Snowball Fight, and more stretching required. So now that we've gone through that, let's check out this gold weapon. So this is what it looks like before, and this is after, and holy crap, that is fantastic. Dude, that is brilliant. And especially with us now having, like, Midas. I mean, we don't actually have Midas in the game, but we have the Midas Hog. This is just continually amazing. Turned it to freaking gold. That's beautiful. I love it. A plus. Let's check out this highlighted animated intro for Minotaur. Oh my gosh, he looks freaking crazy. He looks so cool. Look at that. We can see the bull face up close. He even has a scar over the eye. That is awesome. I really love that blue gem up there. It just gives us a nice pop of color right there. The bull on here in the front. You see those slashes everywhere. I didn't even see those in the locker, but dude, look at that. All right, let's check this thing out in first person. Whew. Just looking at it right off the bat, I mean, look at that hammer. It is so glowy, and it probably will be very distracting, but it is so beautiful. Look at that. You can see the jiggle physics on that chain, that little hook in the back. But dude, look at that. That is so pretty. We have that highlighted lava color in there, the red hot metal all over the skin. Dude, you can see his fingers right there, that black marble down there with the black fingertips and the leather wrapping going all over the skin. I mean, look at that bronze hammer. It is just fantastic. This is what it looks like when we actually swing it. Nice, nice, nice. All right, what's our hello look like? Look at those hands. Those things are huge. All right, what's it look like when we put up our shield? Oh, wow, look at that. You can see that hammer even further back. You can see the back of the skin. You can see the bull horns when we're looking down from the top. Dude, this skin is so, so good. This is what a fire strike looks like. Let's do that again so you can look at it. This is what it looks like when we actually charge. Nice, fantastic. And finally, let's check out this ult real quick. Maybe we'll get something unique. Nothing unique at all, but I mean, that is pretty much his entire kit. Let's talk about the skin. So negatives first. You know, I really wish they wouldn't have been symmetrical with that black marble. I feel like it kind of takes off a little bit of like the authenticity of it being like a statue almost. Not by much, but it is a little tiny complaint that I have. You know, I kind of wish we would have seen more of that blue gem throughout the skin, because it does add a nice little pop of color. Maybe like on like the wrist or elbows or something like that. It would have been really cool. I really wish we could have gotten maybe like a different voice line for his ult. Like, I know that'd be really hard considering all he ever says is hammer down. That's his whole thing. But I mean, you know, that's literally the only complaints I have. I genuinely love the way that they transformed the skin into something that it totally is not Reinhardt. I mean, I'm so glad that they're stepping out of the box finally and not just like recoloring skins and like giving them the same like facial features and same stuff every time. It's just like a different like cosmetic. This completely transforms the skin, turns into something we have never seen before with Reinhardt. I mean, he's a freaking bull. It is so cool. That is such an awesome concept. This battle pass is so cool. I love the theme, and I love the skins they're making for it. I mean, the hammer is beautiful. I love the lava cracks going through it. I mean, it seriously just works. The skin is so good. I'm going to give this skin a 9 out of 10. All the way, completely, just brutally honest. I love it. I will say, I really wish we could have maybe gotten some more, like, details on, like, the knee pads and those little, like, mazes and stuff. And so that's kind of where the 9 comes from. But I mean, it is such a beautiful skin, and this skin is totally worth it if you play Reinhardt, 100%. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all later.